How many of you did 844?
All of us.
Right?
Yeah.
So you raise your hand. I mean, your hand is better than us. Sasa, are you sure you're an 844 system? How many of you, class, raise your hand if you did 844? Why did you raise your hand slowly?
And you're only under 844. Only under 844.
What you were 844? If you did 844, chances are your mind is not as free as somebody who didn't study 844.
Fact.
Let me give you case in point. Yeah. Apparently, what were 844, like your mind is only stuck on, I have to get a job. Right? How many people do you know who have done uni? They finished like 5-6 years ago and they're still looking for a job.
Imagine.
Right? So apparently that's the mind of an 844. Your job, your mind, you are cultured, conditioned to become someone's employee.
Yeah.
Right? So ukiona mtu wa when amefanya internationalism course IGCSE, right? And someone who's in KCSE, an IGCSE mtu unaweza drop anywhere in the world.
They'll find their way. Yeah.
An 844 kid
ni kazi.
Unamwambia unless unipeleke Qatar nioshe nini nyumba ya mtu.
Nitafute kazi.
Not in a bad way. But apparently our minds were so conditioned. And when you meet now the kids who their minds were free when they talk about escapement. See, teacher nakwambia, can you imagine the land is like this? Sasa chora escapement. In escapement ya ina gani umechora? So basically you have to do this and then you have to do this and then you have to do this and then Mount Longonot. That is now geography. You have learned escapement, right? These kids, they'd be taken, they even do geology. They're like, you see, this is a stone formation. Where unajua tu stone formation here? Go outside, get a rock.
Unajua tu kustone.
Imagine this has come is a volcanic stone. Imagine.
Just imagine. Use your imagination.
Imagine imekarangwa for over 20,000 years.
Yeah. That's why someone would feel so lost, Yani, when you see a story, like someone would say, oh, I've gone to school, I have the papers. You've gone to university, but now you don't have a job. So like life is just, life is not happening for you. So yeah, definitely. Lakini kuna vitu zingine 844, like tulisoma, zenye ikusaidi.
For no reason.
You want to tell me, like, if you're planning your route, like right now, let's say you want to go.
Do you have a string?
Yeah, ati unaanza kupima kamba. Mombasa Road, umeweka kwa bypass, umepima, alafu uende uweke kwa scale. We're like, for you to know how long it's going to take.
Imagine.
Lakini guys, you're laughing at, have you ever seen guys who build roads? Before they start, there's those ones who usually kuja with that. Have you ever seen them? Alafu kuna moja anakuja na uzi. Anavuka barabara. Yani you guys have never seen this?
But si ni kazi yao, si ilitusaidia aje.
Nakumbuka ile string yenye ulifanya hivi.
They
were just bahatisha in the event that you end up in this job.
Bahatisha if in case you want to be a civil engineer.
Yeah.
Wow. I think those are the people who understand. Have you ever seen on the side of the road, like let's say kwa nini expressway, there's usually two writings written, like mtu atandika 2+62.
Na ameipata wrong hata si 64.
Au ndo anajuanga hizo vitu zinamaanisha nini. Au na flossing.
Mawana. Shout out to Flossing. But then I met him and I've interviewed him.
Yeah.
What?
Are you serious?
You've met him?
Yes, I have. And? I think it was 2-3 years ago. I'll find that interview. I think it should be somewhere on YouTube. But I want to ask you, what the zile signs zenye ziko kwa zimeandikwa 2+? Hizo ni nini?
Mi sijajua personally. Mi uziangalia nafikiri maybe like the length is like 64, alafu hiyo 2 ni hiyo width, alafu wanaeka 2+64.
Jesus Christ.
So ni language yao. By the way, mi sikufanya 844, mi nilifanya 843. Nilikuwa fanya electrical engineering. Nikaiacha tadia.
Okay.
Yeah, so unaweza imagine 843. So to 843 personally naona hiyo 2+64 ni length na width. Unaelewa?
So ukiconnect bulb mazee unaiachanga.
Unaiacha halfway.
Utaitoa kwa box.
Na unataka kuna msana anaweza.
So ati mtu akidrop out inakuwa sasa wewe ulifanya
843
kama ulifika form 3. Wewe ulifanya 8-3.
Ka ulifika form 3. Ka ulikufanya high school ni 8.
Na ka uliongeza 1 year juu nini 845.
845.
Do you know what it is? Oh, I've just figured it out. Like you actually mocked the educational system. Haukufanya nini KCSE, ulifika mock ndio.
Sasa niulize. All right. Get into the stories that you've seen, crazy stories that you've seen out there. Does anybody want to start?
Yeah. Did you see the US team that beat China Like
That beat them in what?
in table tennis. So that US team, it was filled with Chinese Americans, like Asian Americans. Like the whole USA team, as in they
was Asians.
Yeah, you look at them.
Oh my God.
Ni vile wamevaa tu USA. Lakini ni China. Like kabisa. Waliwashinda table tennis. Like that was so interesting when I got to see that. I was like,
yes, it's like when Africa won the World Cup.
Oh yeah, France.
France, yeah. See, Africa won the
Do you know what it is? It's like how Kenyans go to an athletics competition and Kenyans are winning number 1, 2, 3 and they're in different countries.
Yeah, imagine.
That's exactly what because table tennis, technically, table tennis is an Asian delicacy.
Yeah.
So ironic wako na macho ndogo na wanaona hiyo ball kutubiko. Like, you get, like, no, honestly, like, what are the odds? Meaning expect msa ako na macho wide, ndo uone hiyo ball. Hiyo ball ushajua mali inapigwa before hata ipigwa. Unajua
zile macho tunatuambia za nini? Some eyes. Jesus Christ. And you know, by the way, speaking of eyes, yeah, there's in Korea. There's a so you know how like kids are ridiculous, right?
Yeah.
If you ask, there used to be this song. I can't remember what the song used to go like, but it used to say Chinese, Japanese. So it will be Africans, Chinese, Japanese. It's like kids were ridiculous, right? And but I remember, also there was a teacher who was leading us in that song.
Just Japanese,
how do you do it? Africans, Kenyans, Chinese, Japanese, and you understand how like racist that is.
Yeah, it is. Very. Now it can't pass. It can't fly.
Pass, right? But in South Korea and in Korea, these people are enlarging their eyes. Like it's an actual fashion to go and get your eyes open.
What? It's called eyelid surgery, where you make your eyelid like bigger so that you have normal eyes instead of like the Asian eyes.
When I was a toy, I used to want my eyes to look China. You understand? You never wanted to have those Chinese eyes. You know, you put that eyeliner all the way here so you can have get the fuck out. Everybody has wanted to have those, sling eyes. I don't know, but not like China, Kibz, but you want to. They make up. Eyeliner. What are you trying to do?
Sinafanya siren eyes.
No, exactly. When you put eyeliner at the top here, it makes your eyes look smaller. That is fashion. But not like China. Small. Yeah, but it just you want this and they want this. Like Atutoshikangi.
Imagine.
Do you know someone with a nickname called the nickname is China?
See like a Black China.
Like Black China. Okay, fine. I've dated somebody alikuwa na nickname China. Macho yake ilikuanga hivyo. I think sasa ndo maana watu walimwita China.
That's it. Hapa Kenya usicheze. If you are from Poland, watu wanakuita ule Polish. If you are from China, ule mchinku.
Straight to the point.
If you are from Nigeria, wale wanaijo. Right? So like Kenyans describe you as what they see. But as kids, especially because we hadn't interacted, you're like,
my mind's doing somersaults. Now, the way they're doing eye surgery right now, do you think it's pressure from anime? Have you seen the eyes in
Why? Because anime, they have big eyes.
Yeah, they have big eyes. Alafu wanakuanga wako na sijui nini.
But anime ni Japanese.
It's not Chinese.
Ni Japanese, so like Chinese wakieka anime out literally utaona.
Wako na hizo macho.
Wako na hizo macho.
Chinese wanaitwa?
Sijui, sine macho.
Cartoon yao.
No, I've never actually. Have I ever watched any Chinese cartoon? No, everything is Japanese.
So all these things that are trending right now, watu wanaita sijui manga, sijui what? Those are Japanese.
Manga si kukula.
Manga ni manga.
Manga.
No, that's the name of like the actual printed whatever is now on TV. Originally zilikuwa zinaitwa or rather zinaitwa manga. Like
manga si ni beshte yangu.
Habib na manga.
Me, but I don't know who these people are.
I know. Aya, another story. Actually, you're the guest.
Yes, tuambie.
Something that I've seen. Ni crazy that niliona nikikama hapa hivi because sometimes I use my phone when I'm driving.
That's not safe.
Yeah, I know it's not safe. Na msifanye hivyo, hiyo ni wabaya pekee. I don't know which camera ni. Camera 5 ama 7.
I've literally never had anybody confess this.
Man. Like so blatantly.
At least we drive sober.
Okay.
Yeah, at least we drive sober. But kutumia simu ni once in a while because kuna calls zingine kaza demu wangu lazima nishike. You get what I'm saying? Lazima ni text immediately.
Registration ya gari yako ni registration ya gari yako ni.
That's a story for another day. So anyway, niliona nilicheki Vera, unajua amekuwa Jamaica. ni cheki amekwama kwa hizi stuff, hizi entrance zenye zinakuanga na like some chuma that goes security. Yeah, security. Alikwama kwa hiyo stuff. Then amerecord nini. Kuna msali alisema ati hebu ngoja nikwame urecord because it was recorded at that same time. Hizi kwa coincidence.
I'm sure she tried to
but alikwama for real. Alikwama.
Hey, her hips don't lie.
Hiyo ni just too much, man. Like hizo ni shida za kukuwa na like someone who's actually really thick. You get? Like ni shida ndogo ndogo si kubwa. Kaa hiyo like sasa mimi nitadu nini, what will I be doing, trying to push from the back?
But you know the guys who like that,
I know
extra skinny guys, utapata kuna pencil imesimama as in with yake the crack anatoshana na the crack, yani anatoshana na the crack, lakini ameshikilia hivi gapi. I've ever seen a pencil inaitwaje ile it's called the stick fly, the one that's just a stick, right?
Yeah.
No,
stick insect.
Stick insect.
Yeah.
Chalia ndo tunaka stick insect. Lakini hiyo ndio anapenda.
Hold
up to mabamba. Anashikilia hiyo kitu anaisukuma. Baby, don't worry, we'll tuck it in. Hapa anakuja Jamaican anakuja anasema remove this bomboclat security. Put one that's respecting my girl.
Lakini wewe balloon ni sindano.
Inakuanga hivyo.
Basically.
But just imagine Vera in a country where she's completely loved.
Yeah.
Do you know how many times Jamaicans sing about Big Bumper? And if you see in the Kenyan dance floor, utonajua isapo akisema just pull up to my bumper, and I'm like, girl, where is the bumper?
Will I dance love this weekend? Sindio?
Right?
I was just chilling.
But you can imagine Conscience anaangalia uko anasema pull up to me bumper, anaangalia where the bumper? He has to literally come with a babe from Jamaica with her big beard. So imagine Vera Amanda in the home of bumper love. Right? You can imagine even in the flag of Jamaica, they want to put them big bumper. Don't come here with your small nyash.
Like you're gonna like a peach emoji, like a peach picture
on
their flag. Because ungejua maze mimi na expect nikiingia Jamaica, by the way my view of Jamaica ni ile nikiingia hivi kwanza hata sijafika kwa nightlife, nikiingia tu hivi mse anani search na mame maze wow.
Traditional dancers wao ni mademo anaruka chini hivi flat 180.
Maze view yangu ya Jamaica ni so crazy.
Wako hapo kwa airport. Like welcome.
Ni kutwak watu tu tukiingia maze.
Just pull up to me bumper.
Na hizo masplits wanafanyanga sijui wanapandilia mtu kwa kichwa wanaanguka kutoka huko juu split. I'm like, bro.
So you're saying like right now Jamaican babes they really don't like Vera Sidika.
Exactly.
Wanataka Vera arudi kwanza.
She's taking their men.
Ache kuvaa nguo za Jamaican flag.
Because I've never actually seen a Jamaican babe with that amount of nyash. I've never. Like that amount of nyash. This is an African phenomenon. And South America and America. But Jamaicans, because hiyo nyasha wizi fanya hizo vitu zenye Jamaicans wanataka. Wanataka ufanye moja. Nini?
Make it clap, jump from the roof.
Make it high five. You know like once Rasa ifanye vitu, slap me in the face with your bumper. I'm like, how?
But na feel ni kama hao ni wenye wako mainstream, wenye si tumeona. Na feel kuna huko kuna ma underground nyash. Kuna underground nyash yenye hatujui. Because you can imagine ukienda Jamaica, mimi na expect mazeni nikienda hizo kwanza hizi clubs zenye watu hawajui hizo ndio wanafaa kuenda. Huko ndo kuna hizo talent zenye bado hazija the real talent, underground talent bado ziko huko hivyo.
There's even an event. I don't know if it's an event or if it's how they dance. Kitu inaitwa pasa pasa. That's why they do.
But have you seen the Diabs? Guys, I'm telling you, they sing about us all the time. Like, but have you ever seen an ass like Vera's? Like guys, we were even discussing Vera, by the way, we are discussing out of love and respect. Is it that right? I've made it a bit right.
Ongeza kidogo.
Imagine you put some respect on Vera. Yes. So you can't even call it a nyash. You call it a yas. Yes. My God. I've never seen a Diabs that big in a Jamaican video. Even with vibes, even with conscience. Actually, I've never seen. Yeah, so you can imagine right now. I've seen even as she's in Jamaica, she's taking photos. Guys are just like,
wow. Exactly.
Even in America.
It's a phenomenon.
In America. And guys are just like. But I want to ask you guys, is it real?
Debatable.
Kerry, you stood next to it. No, it's Lotan who stood next to it and he literally came to tell us about it.
It's a personality
like
of
it has a mind of its own. That's what he said.
Anatembea lakini unasikia tu ikifanya hira. Daga nyuma yake. It's crazy.
ati nasikianga kitan left inaenda right.
Nika waterbed.
Yeah.
Kwa ile noma.
I feel like you ni real juu. Kwa ile video ya you guy. This one a good one. That's where actually she made her break.
But was it that big?
No, it wasn't that big there.
I think
she said she's had
Kamera za kitambo zilikuwa zinawaki hivyo. By the way, hizi kamera za sasa big shout out to Boxpod man. Hizi kamera za sasa ndo tungetumia hiyo time.
I imagine it wasn't
that big. Hata
in person equal that big.
And remember, we could see when she was a new guy, we could see her nyash from the front. And it was still not that big.
Yeah,
but see what wanna grow, guys. It's been how many years?
It's true.
What
She's a mother plus. She's a mother.
Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong. She said that she's had work done.
Yeah.
I think she has.
On the boobs. By the way, nimemfuatilia kaka kuna kitu nimemfuatilia ni nyash. So now show. Nimecheki Kenya nasema. So it's absolutely natural.
Okay.
Yeah. So unajua na wase grow.
But is it possible?
Yeah.
Like sometimes she sits there. Anyway, we've taken a lot of time talking about Vera's nyash because we go celebrate it.
100%.
See, there's a video where she's wekada nini leso down here and you can see a bit of a nyash. Now, me I'm thinking if your nyash starts growing like exponentially, skin yako itawezana nayo. Skin itaanza kuchukumka kachita.
Sindio? Hey, should have like stretch
just
marks.
Look at Vera's. Equals smoother than my skin.
Or maybe she's like made her like waist smaller to accentuate. I don't know. There's just something.
Anyway, whatever it is, girl. Keep shocking Jamaica.
Do your thing, man. We are not even.
You kitu wanafaa kuweka flag. Hivi.
But akiwa huko nje, unajua just a crazy question, man. Sijui akiwa huko nje like is there someone taking care of the kids nini like jua kwa nje all the time. Sijai mbona akiwa anachunga mtoi.
Nani yako wapi? Brown Mauzo. Simoni akiperform, yeye ndo anafaa kubaki kwa nyumba take care of the baby. I'm sorry.
Labda Otile Brown, huyo akona mangoma.
Lakini hana Brown Mauzo.
Yo.
Ana mtu na Otile.
Ni Brown Mauzo ndio ako naye.
Kwani alifanya akataka kushoot. Anyway, that's the story. Kwa like, aya hands up. Alafu msee amesema mimi si inui unafanya hivi. Hey.
I remember how
Gari lijam.
Unakumbuka venye tulikuwa tunasema rigamotis.
Anyway, big shout out to Otile Mazengoma zake ni kali sana.
Thank you so much for that story that has really moved.
Hey, people are catching straight. Anyway, so moving on swiftly, Dolce & Gabbana has made a perfume for dogs that is worth $108, which is 14,000 Kenya shillings.
14 G's too.
14 G's.
For dogs.
Yeah. So they can smell like musk and God knows what else.
Listen to me, you better listen.
Mimi hata hiyo 14,000 I can't even spend on perfume for myself and then I do it for my dog.
How do you pay?
I please.
So now, your doggy ikiva hiyo perfume like that, you know how people say dogs smell fear? Like now that dog will not be able to smell anything. Yeah, because I mean, sense of smell of a dog is heightened.
Right?
Like, can you imagine now it's got like cologne or dogon on it.
Dogon. I should have seen that coming.
So that dog, maze, like it's one of those unaweza kuikaribia. If someone has
it can't smell anything apart from its own cologne.
Guys, but like I mean, I'm just asking. Unafikiri ni Bosco? Mnafikiri ni Simba?
Sisi tunajua Bosco.
Do you think this is
na
true?
Rex?
Do you think this is true?
Hizi zile dogi za wazungu.
Za nyumba. Si za wazungu. Even here in Kenya, we have a healthy community of pet owners. Right? To a point where Nairobi County wants to start charging for cats and dogs. They know, they understand the amount of people. Even pet food.
Pet food is
There's
expensive.
a particular pet food for cat. Ikishaingia kwa market hivi, it immediately sells out. For another 3 weeks, we have to wait for it to be shipped in.
Okay.
So just imagine how many people are buying this, right? How many people do you see? You might not see us in the streets walking our cats and dogs. But I mean, because you live in neighborhoods where there's no place to
people walk cats.
Walk the dog.
No, cats just, they walk themselves.
Cats do
they
walk.
go and then
cats
they come back.
Maraundi inarudi after 5 days.
Excuse me?
As a cat owner.
Pet owner talking here.
Please
There's
enda na
leashes for
kwa
cats.
box. Ukifika kwake paka yake wewe inajua hadi gari man.
Paka ya combo.
Inajua hadi gari. Like you'll be on the gate. You hoot once. You check the cat has chomoka diko hapo kwa gate imengoja. Chairman.
So, but there's a leash for cats. Now cats go on walks, right? Exactly. They even travel. Like if I want to travel with Chairman, I can walk him with a leash, right?
Because I've also owned a cat. They are one of the most self-sufficient pets, and that's why I love them.
Those are the ones that are kept as indoor and outdoor. But if you're taking complete care, like that one that you're working pack at the spray, that's a cat or a dog that's not there for security. You have Simba for that. You have a security guard for that.
Rex.
Right? This is a child in the house, right?
Child.
It's So you guys on TikTok.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah,
like
for
this is
sure.
the world we live in right now. So that dog and the cologne, it's not atile ya kuwa it's pet friendly.
Yeah.
So it's for your because even the shampoo already has perfume in it.
Yeah.
Right? The shampoo we use for the dogs and the cats.
yeah.
Now to add on top of like a nice like spray that smells
Grooming.
like baby or something. But 14K sijui sana.
14,000.
Hiyo ni Dolce & Gabbana. Tamlele wa Somalia tao. Ile ya chupa.
Uweke oud.
Naweka ka oud mazee ni for animals.
Na feel hizo dogi unajua mi usema like in another life nataka kurudi like a rich man's dog unajua. Sasa kusema white man's dog but like mazee was zinatitiwa better than wase wengine
Than human beings.
mtaani, yeah. So like ingekuwa idea fiti sana na hiyo ni idea fiti but nafikiria tu like dogi already na feelingi guys wash it cause ina smell si cause ama ina kachafu unaona but now another point ikifika ni sasa madogi zikiwa na perfume so do you guys think like dogs will now change their behaviors like unaona dogi unajua dogi ina move different maze ka smell nice ma miss kutambui unajua like dogs zitakuwa zinaangalia zinasema maze huyu jamaa amestaki kusema brand yote but unasikia hii perfume ni fake like that's not my
I have somewhere I'm going with this. Would you agree to an arranged marriage?
Mimi?
No.
Yes.
You would.
As long as you give me options. Nipe 5 nichague moja.
Then awezi kuwa dogi. Ushaona dogi zikibridiwa.
Oh my God.
Hey. No, for real.
Zinabridiwa na realize dogi kwanza perfume yake ni chini. Inatoi wangu ataenda kuteseka.
Inapelekwa like 1 weekend or 1 week to go and like hang out with another dog.
But 1 week ni more.
Hey, just
bro.
Hey.
But you're missing the point here. You think that's a bad thing. But think about it. Like you never miss coochie.
Easy.
Like when you want it, your owner knows that you're on hit. Inakupeleka for the hookup. Whereas as
no, by the time it gets there.
As a human being, right? Here you are, you've tried to holler, try imegonga ukuta. You don't have an owner who's going to tafuta for you. Unabaki hapo to dry spell. You start being on the internet saying this species, this gender. Yeah? Because your agenda is not giving you.
Okay. Here's another one. Yeah.
Release.
Here's another one. Yeah. Do dogs have an option or a choice when they get castrated? You've seen dogs that zinaenda, like they get neutered. Just because the owner is like, me, I don't want puppies.
No,
I don't want
it. Around.
But so it's not also, even I have a cat. Chairman is neutered. You know why?
Why though?
Because I really struggled with that choice. I like, in fact, I even postponed. So, like around 6 months, 7 months is when you should get him neutered.
Yeah.
Why? Because, so that I'd already been told, you need to neuter your cat. Otherwise, and I remember the person who told me is to save his life. And I was like, what the hell are you talking about?
To save his life?
To save his life. Now you're wondering, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
So, of course, because he's not just an indoor cat, he's an indoor-outdoor cat.
Yeah.
Right? So when he was reaching around 6 months, I mean, from like 0 to like 5 months, he was just the sweetest. Like he was following me everywhere. We were playing and watch us as alianza kukua na sasa bows. Right? Nigga, even I'm like, Chairman, he is running, he's chasing coochie across the road into oncoming traffic. He doesn't even know that there's a vehicle.
Yes.
Like that. Coochie. Sight. And then he'd fight with everybody. Every cat. Every day there was a cat that had him wanted. Territory
on
fights.
Site.
Right?
On
So territory
site.
fights. So every single day I'm saving either cat's life or his life.
Like I thought you'd say he's chasing a pussy cat.
I wasn't going to say that though. Everybody already knows that.
Kerry, it's just
right. So it was like every single
Niko na pussycat.
Right, I know. So finally, after much consideration, I had to get his balls taken away. It was either that or he dead. And case in point, all his relatives are dead. He doesn't have a single living relative. Either jumping off the balcony, chasing sijui birds, right? Because their testosterone or whatever it is, it's like they're hunting. It's like that it's a do or die. You see like a lion in the jungle. When it goes to threaten a lion, it's like one of us is going to die. Right? So
but say imagine imeenda, imefight, imeshinda. But so what next? It's gonna shoot blanks?
Basically, have you ever seen a cat that's old and is a stray?
Does it shoot?
Have you ever seen a cat that's old that is a stray? How many dents does it usually have? Mara sijui one eye.
Mara macho moja hata ni kala ingine.
You see the other cat in the neighborhood? Its tail is gone. Fighting. I thought about taking its balls, but it went and fought with another cat. The cat beat its tail.
Guy.
Right? Septic, the tail fell off. Right? And I tried to save it. But you see, because of his balls, Kesho again, he's fighting an ant. Yes. So I know his 2 brothers died because of fighting.
Yeah.
That's why you take
so even me, I had a female cat. Don't do it. Don't. I can see you preparing.
Mr. Pussycat.
Mini Doba cat, bado Jamaican cat.
Cat, and she's ever gone missing for 5 days, and then she had the audacity to come back with her boyfriend.
Yeah.
No, she actually came back, because I was like, hey, bro, this babe has gone for long. Like, sometimes she goes for a day, comes back. 2 days. She was gone for 5 whole days.
Nice.
And then I hear, in the middle of the night, I go and open the door. And there is Chet. And behind her is another cat. I was like, you have the audacity to bring your boyfriend here. And then she gave birth a few months later. All her kittens died, obviously, because I didn't know she was pregnant. So you see, that's why it's important to neuter. Yeah. And all her kittens died.
Alivambia huku kwetu maze, my mama napikanga.
Zile story chairman anapatia all the cats there. All the cats eat at my house. So I literally have a cat for them, an entrance.
Yeah.
But there's this particular cat, See me, I leave at like 5 a.m. She knows my time. So if I delay by like 5 minutes, she's already at the window.
She's like, how dare you, ma'am?
She's calling chairman to find out, like, is the bitch still there?
I can see the car.
Meow, car's still there. And
is she alive?
Weekend, Friday. Mi niko hapo kwa kitanda na najua Saturday morning. Nasikia tu ameanza, I'm like, today is Saturday.
Hey, come on.
Out of here.
We have a routine. We have a routine.
So here's the crazy part. There are people who think we treat animals too well. This is my theory, right? I've had this theory for quite a while. I think technology will help animals talk.
I hope so.
Here's an interesting, Open your mind.
Caesar is home.
Animals talking, right? What does that mean? Have you seen the painting elephant?
The what? Oh yeah, I have. I saw that. I saw that. Yeah, I did so.
An elephant that paints better than you.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
But they're usually tortured, so they're trained to do such kind of things.
I think you look at it differently. It doesn't matter whether you're tortured. The fact that you can learn how to do that means that you have some level of it's called sentient. You're a sentient being, which means you're conscious, right? So we as human beings, we treat animals like, remember that story in the Bible? Balaam, who was beating the donkey. Baka the donkey said,
Kwani was up?
Mzee.
Yeah.
Okay, sawa. Sikujiintroduce vizuri, but I go by the name Tonio Kibz. Ama ukipenda Black D for Black Diamond. Hiyo jina niko karibu kuiacha, but make sure you subscribe, man, because ukisubscribe, eventually nitakwambia jina langu next ni gani. Black Diamond, Black D, hiyo ndo mnaweza niita for now. But jumuna niita hivyo, just make sure you subscribe, you understand? Fanya hiyo kitu, mane. Finya hiyo kitu ya red. I think ni red bado. Finya tu hiyo kitu. Iko hapo down. As in pause tu, ufinye. Hakuna mali inaenda. Ukipause ufinye, unarudi hapo hivyo. Unaget? Afu unaendelea. As in haisongangi 2 seconds. So, just do that, man.
So I was telling you about the elephant that can paint, right? So basically this is just an elephant that inapatiwa ink hapo, paint hapo, and it picks colors and it picks landscapes, and most of the time it draws elephants and landscape, right? It paints what it sees. So to think that animals are not that smart, I think we've lied to ourselves. So my whole life I've known that one day we're going to speak to animals. Right? I don't know whether it's this story for Balaam in the Bible that got me, where, because, when they're telling you Bible stories when you're a kid, it sounds like real shit. It sounds like stuff. Like so you look at it and, you're thinking your neighbor is called Balaam, right? And he's walking this donkey, and the donkey is like, yo, nigga,
Chill.
And you carry that story in your head like, this is... Damn, so animals, and it made me, the people beat animals, and you'd be like, don't beat the animal. That animal, can talk.
Yeah.
Fast forward, now we can see just how intelligent some animals are. Even fish, right? There are fish that are like intelligent. It's like they're sentient beings, right? And remember, everything that we know about Earth till now is very little. Like we barely know anything, right? So you'd think, one day we'll be able to talk to animals. The one day is here. There is already technology, as we're speaking, that is being tested that can connect the thoughts of an animal into words.
Oh, wow.
Really?
And this is not at you on TikTok. Like, I've sent you a couple of TikToks at how to speak to your cat. Ukaniambia ni Java. For real. Like,
wachana na hizi za kukanyaga ati sijui dada. These are actually like putting
words
exactly
out of
exactly
when a dog
translate. I mean, if we can be able to put in somebody who has, what's this disease? Stephen King. If we can be able to use machine
Hawkins.
to get words out of a mouth that cannot speak.
That's true.
What can't we do?
Na feel nika for animals, if that finally becomes successful, na feel nika watu wengi wataanza ku let go of their animals. Kuna animals zitaanza kuwa orphans, unaget? Na kuna nini? Because think about it. Unakuanga umeona udem ameiva until mbonge mwanze kurealize, vile anabonga, hii ni bambi.
Hata inifurahishi.
What if yo mbwa yako, yo paka yako, whatever you have at home.
You don't like their personality.
Uko like, hiki tukubila kwa attitude hivi, una let go. Kwanza unaipeleka huko nje uko like, fuck, hiki tu itakuwa attitude mbaya by the way. Inakwambia by the way utanishoke kumbe kawaida you're like, let's go for a walk na itaki.
No, but animals also have personality. Like Chairman sneers at me, he gets mad, he gets sad. Like if you shout at, like even dogs, like if you shout at, my friend has dogs, and there's this huge cow dog called
cow dog. I know the dogs you're talking about.
Bruce.
They're usually big.
Bruce is gigantic and he's like what? A year? I think he's a year old, right? Bruce has emotions. Like if you shout at Bruce, you know.
Bruce ndo alikuuma.
Yeah, Bruce. No, alikuwa nani kiss was it? Akaniuma, yeah, it's a long story. We're playing. Anywho, so I'm saying even with silence, animals have personality.
That's true.
Right? It's just that human beings were not cut out to pay attention to other, even like insects. Insects are so organized, but in our realm of understanding, you know, we see things as huge to our level for you to respect that as life, right? Like when you step on a plant, you don't feel anything. But if you are the size of a plant, if you are the size of grass, you would respect that grass the way you respect a tree. Like when you cut a tree, you feel pain because of just how big it is. But when you step on a leaf, you don't feel anything because of the size of it, right?
You know, I think the plants actually feel it. And I kind of agree with you that animals, talking to animals like is a huge step, and it's probably animals actually do understand and communicate, because the other day I also got to realize, speaking about plants, is that plants communicate to each other. Like, they talk through their roots, like they're interconnected.
Even forests, trees. The trees in a forest are holding each other. Really? They only survive with each other. So when you start cutting the trees, you're
killing the other.
Funny enough, if you cut a tree, like in a forest at the top, right, and you leave the stump, how come the stump doesn't die? The rest of the trees of the forest will hold on and reroot that, like give it power to grow back.
Right.
Mbona ikikatwa isiambie the other tiba, then ikubaya. Just do something about it. Like just go run or something.
Mbona fikirini Lord of the Rings?
Wala nimekatwa na nikubaya. But they wanna come up next nimesikia.
But you see, that's what I'm saying. So they hold each other. Just the same way if someone gets sick and we take care of them. That's the same way the trees would hold each other and take care of each other. But now, fast forward, let's imagine 2025, since the technology is already starting at here, right? 2030 probably will be on beta testing, right? Let's look at 3025. That's a healthy 100 years from now.
3025,
it's my favorite year to look forward, right? I always say in 3021 there'll be I'll be a subject.
We'll be discussing
how to do life. Kwambox.
How to
chapter 1.
Right?
Exactly. I mean, when you're in school, you used to be taught physics, biology, but now you can go to school to learn makeup, right? So soon you'll be able to go to school to learn Kwambox. You understand, right? So 3021, watch this space. I mean, you will argue with me, none of you will be there. Anyway, it's true. So 3021, we're in the year. Technology has already kicked in. This is my theory, right? Animals have spoken. By 3021, they've already fought for their rights. Right?
Tuko na pigs, MPs kwa parliament.
You're laughing, right?
Viva.
So let's forget 3025. Let's go back to 1925, right? Actually, 1825. You see this topic I've just given you? Some white guy was seated in a cafe. Is like, you know, I predict sometime in 1996, black people will be these animals, right?
That's true.
So I'm telling you, the technology is there. Animals will now start expressing themselves like, we need more rights. Like this thing of a Tidogini, you know, I have an owner. I don't have an owner. I can live my own life. I was put on this earth by myself. So why can't I be able to self-govern? That's the time human beings, hakutakuwa na race. Ati sijui white, black, brown, nothing. Why? Because now human race will be fighting other races, animal races. This is what I spend my time thinking about.
Is that the thing?
In Planet of the Apes. Yeah, like,
are these the things you think about when you just sit by yourself?
Do you remember that episode where we were talking about like guys think about this mug?
Yeah. And that's it. With my water.
Yeah. Boom. And babes are just like, man, damn.
I wonder what the world will be like 100 years
but
from
I
now.
try not to think about like, what if I could make my nyash bigger? I try to think about like 3021, right? When I'm not there, right? Like, can I make a legacy that's 2,000 years old, right? And what can I imagine in a world where I'm not? What will be there? Like, what legacy would us guys have left? For sure, the people 100 years from now will think us guys were actual monkeys.
Yeah, they'll think
We are so
backwards.
disorganized.
Yeah.
We love littering. We cheat on each other. Like, we make
We
life
have racial
difficult
wars.
Okay, you
for
guys,
each other.
Yeah.
I mean, your wife is watching.
Yeah, exactly.
Umejitetea haraka.
No.
one was even going to say anything.
No, alafu watu yes, no, bana, no, hiyo mi siko kwa hiyo.
Yeah. In 2021 tutakuwa pamoja speaking in one voice.
Yeah,
The president
exactly.
of humans.
Yeah.
Itakuwa ati of America, of Kenya. It'll be the president of humans. The snakes are attacking us. And then you're hearing the snakes giving a speech. They're
Sissing.
Anyway, moving on.
Moving on
my
swiftly.
story. Okay, that was weird, but this is weird. I know that was weird in the future, but this is weird here now, right? What's the weirdest way you've ever heard of people taking drugs? Because I feel Kenya has stopped this shit, right?
Naenda kusema nilicheck hiyo shit and damn.
Yani watu wanakunywa tuseme tumefungua mzinga hapa,
Yes,
right? Let's imagine, right? Just act, okay? Just act. Tisha hizo shot glass, kila mtu ashike shot glass yake.
alafu
hapo.
mzinga ifike dori
We
ime.
relax kwanza.
Okay.
Unaona unaanza kuongea na siwe mzinga si yako?
Kwanza
DM
watu
bwana,
wa kwanza
champion.
wamechangia, watu wajanunua
Easier.
mzinga ndo ubonga.
Hebu niite mhesh,
Tumeanza
my friend.
kurekodi hivi.
Unarekodi na chupa ni yangu.
Sparklers.
Nifanye kwanza ni post.
Na record demo wa dorime.
Ama demo anakukujia ama ananikujia hii mzinga ni yako. Anyway, so mzinga imekam. Sawa. Kila mtu akona shot glass yake.
Shot,
Umeshikilia
shot,
shot yako.
Yeah.
Haya. 1 2 3 cheers. Hebu kunyoni hiyo shot. All right. That's the normal way of taking the shot. If I took that shot and they did this, would you be shocked?
Yeah,
Will be
like
short.
Yeah?
that you do.
I work it in the nini and then it
Alafu na
Okay, to be honest, listen, to be honest, I don't know how they do it. I saw this on the news. Apparently, people are taking shots
I
through
saw
the
that.
diabs.
I saw that on Nation. Like, yeah, man, wanaweka kwa syringe bila sindano. Unajua it needs that
Yeah,
bigger,
so that you can pump it up the
pump
diabs.
it up. Unaget like unanyonya.
Apparently, apparently unalewa. Wacha hizi ati unakunywa mzinga nzima ati leta jupa ingine.
Yeah.
My friend, weke hiyo kitu kwa haga.
Yeah.
Inject.
Now by the they were even talking about the advantages. Advantage ni hauski test number 1. Hiyo ya pombe.
Kama unasema ati
Haupiu,
so hakuna ukali.
Hakuna ukali,
Yeah.
hakuna kupiuka, hawezi piuka juu.
Number 3.
Sasa upiu
Immediate.
kuna shooter.
Number 3. You can do it on an empty stomach.
Yeah. Na uko sawa, azini inaingia tu kwa system.
Unalewa tu, uko na effects za kulewa but no
by the
side
way,
effects.
tunaongea nawe sahi.
Ushalewa.
Useti hivi fiti angle poa. Chiap ni kuseti hapo
Kila
kwa
mtu.
diab.
Yeah.
Immediate umelewa.
Exactly. Huyo ni bartender anafanya hivyo ama ni mabeshe?
Bado hajafika kwa bartender. Bado
Alafu-
haijakuwa commercialized. Sasa ni
Guys,
best yako na
Lakini
kuduia.
As much as I love you guys,
ukianza kulewa na huku down. As in,
No, ina spread. Unajua it goes around
It goes
the
to your
body.
blood
you know how you
stream.
be heffing.
The beauty about
Hawezi
it,
hef.
hakuna kuhef.
Hakuna kuhef.
Kwa sababu ifiki kwa mdomo.
Kesho unaingia wera mazee watu washaka kwani mbona una
Lakini ukishuta?
ni fire.
More fire. Mtu akiweka light hapo. Nika concert ya Jamaica. But you see,
Ni crazy.
Guys.
but now me the
So hii
question
kule
here is
hauwezi piga shot, lazima muwekeane.
my question is ni nani kati yetu utachoose kama tunasema ndio hii mzinga nishanunua ni nani ndio atafanya kazi ya kuweka hii shot kwa haga zetu?
Mimi ningesema mimi wacheni niweke.
I don't
Ningejichagua
see
kuweka.
none of your asses.
Because sitaki msanii nione. Wacha ni kwa mwisho nijieke.
I
Sasa zile
don't
watu wamelewa.
Sasa watu wamelewa.
Guys,
None of your
mi nitanunua
asses.
mzinga na
Staki.
nimewacha pombe. If this is how we are taking it, and you see the funny part is this is normal. So I've seen it in American movies where the girls would dip the pombe in tampons, right?
Yeah.
stuff it up their vaginas, you get high immediately.
Yeah, it's even becoming a problem with girls' boarding schools. I saw there was a teacher who was talking about it, and she was like, these days, wasichana wamekuwa janja because, obviously, their searches are more intense. It's not like us back in the day where getting away with alcohol was like super easy, so they have to be super strict with like their searches. Hadi kuna watu wameanza kuweka pombe kwa hizi nini za jik ndio ingie shule nayo. Wakiona hiyo, when they saw that was not working anymore, now girls started putting their tampons in alcohol and then shoving it up there. And then they get drunk in school.
So jakata zimeshika tu.
Yeah.
You're not having
nothing. Kukua high ni lazima hivyo hadi.
Sasa niliwaambia kitu muite secondary.
Imagine C-mast.
Hii kitu niliwaambia muite secondary.
So high school, sorry. Secondary school. Sorry. Yeah,
but niliona daktari akisema pia like shida ya pombe ni kuiweka hivyo ni inachoma. Because inaingia directly. So unachoma huko hivyo. So walikuwa sema the only problem, by the way, iko poa, si ati iko poa, si advice mfanye hivyo.
Please don't
do it.
That's bizarre.
But walikuwa nasema the only problem, by the way, this is a professional doctor. Alikuwa nasema the problem is the same way unasikianga ati inachoma sasa ini direct. Unajua? Because hiyo ni inadigestiwa tu hivyo.
Unaweza shoot a whistle. Imechomeka.
Wazee unaweza ungua huko unachanga wazee na shuta moto literally. Umeungua boss. Umechomeka maze. Watu kusabu kwani umechomeka wapi? Wacha nikushoka nikushoka.
Unasikia mtu anashuta unasikia tu. Because ameungua. Anyway,
you know that song Happiness by unaimba na haga yote. Immediate yote. Anyway.
But anyway, guys, kids, you need to stop. Yeah, pombe is not that serious. But
it's never that serious, imagine.
But now I'm just wondering, guy, at this rate, yani unachukua pombe unaweka kwa haga, right?
Yeah.
Okay, when you overconsume, do you diarrhea ama what happens?
Sindio?
Nah,
because it's not passing through the stomach. How does it come out?
Have you ever seen a drunk person talk and then people say you're talking out of your ass? Like sasa wamelewa yani hivyo kabisa. Like they're literally doing it.
You guys, would you want to try this thing? We see what we feel.
No.
Okay, honestly mimi ningetaka kutry just kujua tu if it's better than ingine. Not nifanye zaidi.
Yeah.
Okay, at least not in public. Ama na wase peke yangu tu, but
experiment tu.
Ningetaka tu kujua.
Utakuwa hapo kwa bathroom.
Utajichoma.
Wanashanga ujamu enda kwa bafu ama choo daily akiwa soba natoka melewa na umuri na chupa. Hadi na chupa ama tumbler.
Lakini ukienda na tampon kwa bafu, why are you gay?
By the way. Neno na syringe. Na syringe.
Kwanza hapo ni super tampon.
That is so bizarre.
I know. These things are bizarre. Like when I see things like this, I'm just like, we need hobbies. Like we actually need hobbies.
Yeah. Let's bring back kuenda nje na kucheza. Like just hata kwa ni grown up, just go outside, play. Hata kuna tunadu leo, enda nje tafuta kitu kufanya. Man, like enda ucheze, hata ina kwa barabara mcheze kati kwa barabara. Like just do something.
But like a scotch or something.
Speaking of adults, unajua say tumeingia watu hii sana. Like now you're an adult, yeah? You've made it past 25, you've graduated from uni, now you are a couch potato, right? No activities, you don't play PE, you don't play, you don't even walk. Unaji lift kwa elevator na kushukisha kwa gari. Unaingia kwa gari, una drive kwa nyumba. Elevator up the nini. No. Kidogo from the moment you left campus to sai baze umeadika 10 kgs, 20 hapo. And you just keep going. Wewe ulikuwa ngana kitambi sasa leo ulikuwa campus?
Sikuwa by the ili hata si campus, ili kuna time tu nilianza kupata magig hapa na pale. Nika realize
inakurelaxisha.
Ni pesa.
Nilitulia.
Pesa ikikam you also get comfortable. Anyway.
Oh no, do you know hebu weke hizi before and after photos za Kerry. As you can see here, he was at Homeboys broke. Hata hakuwa amenunua pesa. Mafuta ya nywele.
Ya pussycat.
Hata nywele
ameweka kidogo. Nywele haikuwa hivi.
Na I did have locks.
Na unaona hajanaona kwa sababu anatumia pesa yote kwa nywele.
Wow. Mimi siwezi naona hata nifanye nini.
But guys, what physical activities, because I see a lot of adults our age, right, who are spending time in the gym, right? Okay, to be honest, acha tu nikwambie, like you remember how playing was free?
A gym ni expensive.
Why is playing for adults expensive?
Yeah.
Like why don't we just have a field somewhere to where tunasema, "Hey, shika your ball, kimbia uki."
You have to go for an event, you're buying tickets just to go and play.
The only time guys get
play kati.
The only time guys actually do physical activity if they have a partner.
Yeah.
And sometimes nimesikia kuna wale tu wana nifunike ukamaliza, so there's no activity.
Guy.
Aki niko na job kesho asubuhi.
Maliza.
Harakisha.
But you see also, what I've realized is because we don't have the spaces for it. What I realized when I was in Europe, they have a lot of green spaces. Like in your neighborhood, there's a park. So you'll just find people outside exercising. They even have like workout groups.
Kama ujui.
No, si
unaenda na vitu zako. You either do physical activities. The people who'll come with weights, work out there. Literally every... Unaona venye tuko kwa hii neighborhood sahi, you can walk like 5 minutes.
Because help me understand.
To go and work out without having to go to the gym.
Kenyans, no, seriously, I ask this question with all due respect. Do you understand that we're getting ripped off with all these gyms?
Yeah.
Right? These gyms zote zikifunga tuweke two big spaces of where it's free. Why should I pay for workout, guys?
Yes.
Why?
Huko kwetu kwanza kwa group yetu ya home wameweka this new initiative. So it's a new thing. Sahi imefungwa and I'll tell you why. Walikuwa nasema, so guys are waking up at 6. Mimi sayo nishafika wera, nishafanya nini. So siwezani nayo. Guys are waking up at, actually ilikuwa 5:30. Wakimbia by 6 wameshapatana, wanakimbia around your area. Sitasema ni wapi juu ni mwanawasona nitafuta sana. So wanakimbia just going on a track but in a group because it's so early.
Yeah, like running groups and stuff, yeah.
So walienda simu zote ziliishia. So sahi
we know which neighborhood it is.
So yeah, maze sahi ni expe ni very unaenda maze kuwaka out unalala mteja unaget. So it's very crazy. Sahi ni very expensive.
But as Nairobi citizens,
estate mzima mliibiwa.
Si mimi sikuamini ndawera.
So your WhatsApp group ilikuwa
big shout out to Homeboys Radio. Mimi ndienda asubuhi.
You're the only one active in that WhatsApp group.
Haikuwa wewe ulipita hizo wasi.
Labda niliwatoka nikaanza.
WhatsApp group ya estate unajipata peke yako ukiongea. Kila mtu hakuna watu
when's the next one guys, especially weekends.
There's no reply.
Hakuna reply. Kumbe ilikatwa ilifungwa juu maze about 27 guys.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Kuna mtu aliongoka hapo hiyo siku.
Yeah, iPhone 12. Nini walieka, so wanatafuta wanapiga search kwa store kwa hiyo like estate yote na nini man. Sidhani wataipata, but
here's the thing, yeah.
So I think to answer your question is because the spaces don't exist. If they did, we'd all just be outside walking.
But we have Uhuru Park. Last year ilifungwa lakini.
But you see how far?
Keep quiet about Uhuru Park. I live next to Uhuru Park. Like on a padlock. Wacha niwaambie kitu. Guys, let me tell you something, and I'm just going to get this off my chest. First expressway, your 7 bob extra ni ya nini? Where does that 7 bob go?
Facts.
There's an extra 7 bob.
Pitia expressway, watakwambia this is your bill 250. Ukilipa na M-Pesa, an extra 7 bob is cut.
Okay, si noticing niko na ETC.
Okay, good. Sasa zingine ETC uhang.
Just saying.
Sasa zingine you hang.
Just saying.
Paka needed to change that thing, right?
Unaifinyanga.
Wana nini? Say to change it. Unajua ETC zote.
Okay, sawa ETC.
So when you pay MTC, your mobile, 7 bob extra. So as in, there's the one M-Pesa katas you, which is 20 bob or something. Alafu plus 7 bob. So if it's 250, you pay 250 plus 30 plus 7.
What?
Can you understand? And I asked them, because to expressway moja, what is it called? Moja whatever. Moja whatever. They collect the 250. If it's M-Pesa
collects the 30 bob.
Hiyo 7 bob inaenda wapi?
That's a good question. Na kuna watu wako na nini 3,000 Kenya shilling. No, 300,000 Kenya shilling.
Hiyo 7 bob si ya gava.
Si agava.
Kuna mchena fulani hapo tu.
It's not taxes.
Mimi nisikia ni Mkenya, kuna Mkenya pahali in the former and so mistaki kuabductiwa guys.
Okay, sawa.
Kama hamwezi soma hiyo. If you cannot take that thing I've given you in shorthand, muende mu expand. Right? Go and ask yourself where that 7 bob goes. Alafu another one. Uhuru Park is closed.
Why?
Even before that, it wasn't open.
Because of the vandalism that happened, Ama?
Even before the vandalism.
Then why is it closed?
Was Uhuru Park open?
No, not really.
Right.
And
Central
after
Park.
it was renovated.
Central Park. See, there's Uhuru Park and then there's Central Park, right? Why is Central Park not open?
Really?
Wait, where was the event happening?
Which Uhuru Park?
Afrika Fungo.
See, it was just open for that day. So you go to Uhuru Park now, go.
I think I think si ati na support government, but I think wanataka nyasi ime.
Nyasi iko. Have you know me, I live there.
No, is it the right height? Mnaulizanga if it's the right size. Guys, kuna kitu amuoni by the way. Wanawaambia ikifika 6 inches, unaget? Ikifika 6 inches, okay? Hapo ndo mali wanataka nyasi ifike. because wase wengi wanapenda hiyo.
Bado unamsikiza Ken.
Umetumwa.
Bado unamsikiza. Sakaja is that you?
Nyasi 6 inch ndo poa ukikanyaga, alright? Bado inasimama.
Anyway,
bado ina
wacha to focus.
Okay, haya focus.
Wacha to focus na vitu that matter to us. Wacha tuache conspiracy theories. Whoever has locked Uhuru Park and Central Park, please can you return the keys so that we can enter? Right? Before the renovation of Uhuru Park and Central Park was done, right? Central Park, it was a bit difficult to access. No, actually it wasn't, because you could walk from Kenyatta Avenue roundabout all the way to Mamlaka Road, right? Everybody could do that, right? Yeah. So the park was open. Central Park used to host people.
We used to take pictures at St.
You could just sit in the park, right? It's a nice afternoon like this. You could say, I just need to be outdoors. Where can you be outdoors now? Kuna wasi wewe kwanza una spend time kwa jua bado kwa sababu kila mtu age yako mwenye aligrow tulianza kwa live skills.
No, bado umesema hadi bado una spend time kwa jua.
Colorism.
Maze colorism mimi nakumbuka Elsa Majimbo tukibonga na yake nisho story. Sikumwamini by the Elsa, now I get it man. Nimekuja Boxpod. Bado wanasema naka kwa jua sana. Mimi ukaomba
pakanga mafuta.
Ukaomba bado unaka kwa jua.
Pakanga mafuta.
No, but jokes aside. Remember, like when I was at Toi, my photos for when I was at Toi, nimechapa na jua mazi because you've taken your bike. Your mom is telling you, if I see you, if you go past this gate, you're like, okay, mom. Hey, you guys are like, hey, let's go to South Sea, baby. And then we get Gumo. You know, you're taking. By the time you come back, you're navy black. You understand?
Acha kuniangalia.
Okay, see wewe. So
achana na mimi.
Fast forward as adults, right? I know people, like even my cousin, right? Shout out to Teddy. Teddy used to be dick, right? Now he's kind of light, you know, because you spend time indoors. You understand? Even me, like my if I look at the reserve, I'm like, why did he come light?
My bleach.
Sunscreen, right?
So mesema na lala nje.
We used to spend time. Where's the if the shoe fits? We used to spend a lot of time outdoors, right? Now as adults, do you understand people struggle with vitamin D deficiency? And I can bet you, if we all go to the doctor, we struggle with vitamin D deficiency.
Yeah, okay, mi yo vitamin ya D na mi sipendi hata sitakangi.
Madam single ndo ana struggle lingine.
Ndo anapenda hiyo. Hiyo sipendi. By the way, I don't take it at all. By the way, I'm struggling. You're right. Statistics umesema ni what? Mine is 100%. Sichukuangi.
Please focus. Please. You need to focus.
Kenya.
But you're something because me personally, you know, I've never been to Uhuru Park as in just ati to go walk, to go and just basically ati kujipeleka huko kama si event. Last time I was at Uhuru Park, ilikuwa ni event inaendelea huko. Nairobi Festival. Like if it wasn't for that, like
remove Uhuru Park and Central Park because zimelokiwa, right? Now, tell me where you can go and be outdoors in a large space for free.
Not for
let's
free.
Let's go. No, give me a space.
Kwangu ulisikia walijaribu wakaibiwa. So mimi usiniulize.
Outdoor. As in hiyo ni place pale you can see
trees.
It's open like this is a field.
It's not for free.
Watu walitaka kukimbia wakaibiwa.
In Nairobi. I want you to show me a space that's open that you can even play football. Right? A big space.
Maybe
that three groups can be playing football and you're not interrupting each other.
Akuna.
Now you have to pay.
The most open space I have is probably when I'm walking to the shop. Like I decide to go to
This is the reason why you struggle. This is, you know, I've just started this story by when you're kids, you have to play outside. Right? So that you can be able to, you know, when you play, we talk about these kids who are indoors, gaming like this, they struggle with mental health. See, unacheza one time. Tomorrow, right? With the next court.
True.
And you guys, like, paka in Africa place, one person from that team can't even cross to go to the shop in our court until that game happens. Mukona nini beef ya uki. Right? So tomorrow it has to be fixed. These kids don't have that. They're indoors, TV, blue screen. You finish your TV, you come with your phone, playing video games. When you finish this, you're on the phone talking to your pals, right? No outdoor. And even if you want to take this person outdoor, you have to pay.
Right? The Karuras, the Arboretums, you have to pay. I've actually made it more of a conscious thing to make sure I'm outside a few in a month. At least I go at least once a week. But see, those ones you have to pay. Arboretum, you have to pay. Karura, you have to pay. Kwanza Karura is so out of the way. So even for you to like think of making that trip, unaanza kufikiria traffic jam, fuel, nini. So they make it very inconvenient for you to be outside. So you have to make a conscious decision that I have to be outside.
At least you
Lakini
guys
wewe
can
you're gonna
afford
be
it.
outside usiku. Unajua concert season ikiingianga yani Joyce ndo
Leave me
anakuanga.
alone.
Utaona tu Joyce.
Na sasa hiyo mmelipia
Elova,
3,000
yako
kukuwe na
kila
open
pahali.
fee. You paid 3,500 to be under
That's
the
why I'm not
sky.
suffering from vitamin D deficiency.
Right? Fantastic.
Concert ni usiku, but
Na
still you still
inaanzanga
get
during the
vitamin
day.
D.
Inaanzanga during
Sasa mtu mwenye anaishi slum, right? The
Yeah.
other day I went to Mathare. Hakuna hata outside. Unaenda?
What do you mean hata kuna outside?
Outside ni nini? Si nyumba ya mtu mwingine,
Hiyo ni inside
Ukitoka,
outside living.
neighbor yako wako kwa hiyo field.
right? So you have a family of 2, right? You're trying to be a good father, you're hustling, right? You're trying to make sure that your kids don't grow up with mental health issues, right? You're trying to, as in the only thing they have is 4 walls of a mabati, no
Yeah.
electricity, right? The kids need to play.
Guy.
Those are the things that as Nairobians we should be fighting for.
Yeah.
Like if you're on the streets, those are the things you should be fighting for. Si kila siku naambiwa we have. You fix Uhuru Park and then you close it.
Yeah.
Imagine.
This thing irks me. And the fact that
Actually,
Nairobians
didn't
are
know
just
it was
seated,
closed.
just not.
But
you know,
I feel like we're gonna get there because now na China and in other places kuna beshte yangu kwa yeye move sana. So alinishow like for you to build like a whole apartment huku zinazita flats and everything. Kitu kaa hiyo. You have to have a playing area for kids. Na place tu ya wasee kuchill. Yeah. So if you don't have that in your plan usijenge.
don't build.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just automatic.
are you in Kilimani? Have you gone to Kilimani?
Kilimani ni concrete jungle.
Exactly.
Place ya
That.
kuchill ni balcony
Jungle ya
yako.
mawe.
You forget that
Actually.
Kilimani had spaces. I grew up. Unaona pali your stretch where the nini was. There was spaces.
The nini?
Right?
What nini?
Where the apartments where see now it's like concrete
Oh, there's
jungle.
a
That
big
block
one.
from
Yeah,
Yaya
yeah,
Center
yeah.
going up.
Oh yeah,
Ah,
I
yes,
get
yes,
Kibz
that
Maya
block,
Center.
right? That block, there used to be spaces where you could be able to walk, you could be able to
Yeah,
play.
yeah.
I grew up in that space,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So you could be able, we used to play, we ran around. Right now, it's tarmac,
Natoka home ni simiti.
Fence.
Sorry, simiti,
tarmac
tarmac.
fence,
But
apartments,
apartment,
right?
Aki.
The apartment is
Barabara,
If
but-
it is like 1 square foot, apartment is 1 square foot. The parking is underground.
Yeah, underground.
Worse still,
True.
hata fadhali space ya kucheza. Space ya sun kuingia kwa nyumba.
Hakuna.
Yani you're moving into a house, you open
Giza.
your curtains,
Yeah.
it's another apartment.
Imagine.
What?
Go to
Yeah.
Syokimau, Great Wall. I mean, these guys weren't playing when they say you are going to see a great wall.
Yeah, they were. Yeah.
Right? There's not even a single space for vegetation.
And that's the reason why, like nowadays, when it rains, like I think it rained, a couple of months ago. Like it really rained around Nairobi, no, around the country, and places, especially like Kilimani, Nini, like would always flood completely.
Yeah.
That's because when the apartments were put up, like uko chini, the drainage, the sanitation, like is built for small houses.
Exactly,
But now,
not for skyscrapers.
yeah, so the sewer system is built for, you know, a place like, let's say when apartment building is, there's like
Those were
200
1-1
homes.
houses.
Yeah, it's 1-1 houses.
Those were 1-1 for every block of apartments.
That's true.
That was a 1 Kanjo
That's
house.
true.
Nairobi University used to own a bunch of those properties there. They sell 1 place where there was a house.
Yeah.
You've put
Now you
100.
put 200.
So now there's no
apartments.
drainage. It rains, as in the water cannot peter through, because I mean those places are already clogged with sewer systems and everything. So the whole place floods, and it
Yeah.
floods all
So-
through.
so
Enough flood
actually-
adding ndani ya basement parking ya watu.
Yeah. So challenge naweza patia watu wa Kilimani, umesema wapi pengine Lavington, anywhere.
Yeah.
Challenge tu nitafuteni mahali.
Lovely is a bit better.
Oh, Love is better.
Yeah.
Watu wa
No, they're
Kilimani.
coming.
Yeah.
Lovely, they're coming. When they finish with Kilimani, bro.
Lavington is next.
It started in Kileleshwa, came to Kilimani. Where do you think is next?
Yeah.
Valley Arcade, hata Valley Arcade, of course, it has
Yeah,
already
Valley Arcade
happened.
kuishaanza.
It has already
Yeah.
happened. So next they're crossing to Lavi.
Yeah. So watu wa acha tu nieke face yangu ndo udem apate do. But watu wa Kilimani specifically. Challenge tu ni just get me a place where unaweza okota soil hivi na unionyeshe ndo hii soil
Kwa barabara.
kwa barabara.
Kwa barabara.
Yeah, hiyo tu ndo challenge because sasa
No,
hivi
hapo kwa footpaths kuna soil.
ndani ya esto
Hapana.
ndani ya esto
Hakuna.
like ukiwa kwenyu
There is
unaweza shika soil hivi
Hapana, hiyo hakuna.
because sasa hii ni ngumu mazee. It's
Kuna
like-
sandbox ya watu hii kucheza hapo unaweza pata.
Nope. Hiyo ni if the toilet is even facing the, you know, this Chinese house designs where the toilet is next to the kitchen, it's
Yeah.
next, and then
Yeah.
it's a tiny space. It's just like, I'm 5'11".
That don't work.
Expand this room, man. Nikiweka kitanda mazini shaguza mlango.
Uchaguza
Right?
choo.
Anyway,
Mazee
moral of the
unaamka
story.
asubuhi umeingiza mguu kwa choo.
Yeah. So moral of the story, wherever you're living, right? All these things, they boil down to mental health issues. All of them.
That's true.
They boil down to mental health issues. The fact that, and you know the way guys judge Kenyans that you spend most of your time in the bar, as opposed to
there's no other space.
You want me to pay to go to the gym. You want me to pay to go to the gym. You want me to pay to go to an outside space to enjoy nature. Even the trees you're charging me, right? That's Kenya. That's Nairobi for you.
Man.
Imagine in the next 50 years, right? You choose leaders who don't think futuristic. You pick leaders who are talking about salaries for the county, right? And that's why when they make plans, they look for jobs for the people. And so they lock places. Uhuru Park. Explain to me who needed that plane. Explain to me who needed that studio there, right? Is that more important than the freedom of Kenyans to be able to access a space where you can be able to lie down outdoors? Right now, I can promise you, the only place you can be able to lie down and look up on a patch of grass in Nairobi is on a roundabout.
Guy.
Kuna ile nyesonko aliweka ma lions and shit.
Hata say roundabout kuna nini
find a space where you can go and lie down for free.
Hakuna. And that's the thing. Like a lot of people are thinking they're actually depressed. You just need to be outside.
Thank you.
Me sometimes when I feel sad, I just go outside and I'm like, you know what? I have the will to live again.
And you're actually right because nilihama juzi nikaenda to a different house mali nilikuwa jua iko inafika. So it was those kind of houses iko first floor, kuna baridi, alafu iko in
between buildings.
Yeah, like you get what I'm saying? Like apartments iko around, afu hiyo nyumba iko hapo chini first floor. So so sasa hivi nimehama to another place, another house rather. It's on the second floor. Man, balkoni yangu nikitoka hivi naona miti, naona jua na by the way nimekuwa hata happier. Siku hizi hadi na mimi ushangaa by the way nauliza demu wangu. Yeah, nauliza demu wangu. Kumbe sikuwa depressed man. Kumbe ni keja. Yeah. So sasa mimi na feel niko fit, niko better just because hiyo balkoni yangu mali ina face ni normal. So
that's quality of life.
Exactly.
Especially of life.
Yeah, especially because of black people, we have melanin, and the only way our melanin is through the sun. No, all of us.
Unaona the way your plants need sun to photosynthesis.
Exactly.
You need the sun. Like it's not that it's due darkness or anything.
Acha kuniangalia Kerry. Nini?
Mbona if the shoe fits, hakuna mtu amekuangalia.
Hapana, shoe imenifit lakini tuko wengi. Come on man. Hapa kwa studio tuko
wacha tufungile macho basi.
Yeah, that's why I said we as black people, we really do thrive under the sun. And someone was even explaining to me, a lot of black people when they go to Europe, especially during winter, they do end up getting depressed because they are usually
vitamin D.
Because of vitamin D. And there's a doctor who told me all you need to do is just take vitamin D supplements because melanin cannot survive without vitamin D.
So if
you find yourself in Europe and it's cold, go with some.
Forget Europe. You're in Kenya and you're cold in your apartment because there is no open spaces. And I can challenge you, how many times do you interact with the sun directly? You're building underground, ndio umepark. Unatoka unaingia matatu. Right? Unaingia kwa building. You spend the whole day there working, right? You finish, you get into the car, you come back into another building. You don't interact. So the next thing you start having is lifestyle diseases. Why? Because you're not able to get the nutrients from the sun. It's like your plants, when you put them indoors, they die.
Exactly.
That's what's happening to you. So ask yourself, understanding that the sun is life, right? How can we allow a city like Nairobi city in the sun?
Literally.
Right?
Imagine. And
there's no space you can be under the sun for free. You have to be rich for you to access the sun in Nairobi. Drops mic.
Allah.
And fresh air. Hata sijaingia mambo za fresh air. Hiyo ni just sun. I've not talked about fresh air. Fresh air, now that one you have to go to Limuru.
Hiyo piga road trip ukule hewa yako. Nasikia tunapunga hewa like in another county.
Hiyo mpaka Limuru. Wende tu chote kidogo kwa container. Rudi nayo. Because the way we are moving, it's not looking good. Facts. Yeah.
Guess who's back? Najua mmeniss. So for every time you missed my laughter, you have to subscribe. Every person who missed hearing my laughter on this podcast, now just subscribe. Do it now.
Hey guys, hauja subscribe bado? Sitasema kitu, imagine. We just hit that subscribe button kabla sija kukamia kwa nyumba.